Are you kind to yourself? Because Dumbledore wasn't. Through most of Harry Potter's adventures in the book series and the movies, Albus Dumbledore is this great mentor who always knows just the right thing to say at just the right time until the end. The last time that Dumbledore talks to Harry, he confesses all the things that he messed up. And he says, "You could not despise me as much as I despise myself." Now, of course, Harry speaks kindly to his mentor because that's what friends do. But Dumbledore had a problem with self-esteem. Psychologists have identified that exchange between Dumbledore and Harry as an example of the problems of self-esteem, because esteem is a judgy word. Esteem is when you evaluate something and then you make a judgment about it. And Dumbledore examined his past and he evaluated how well he had done, and he esteemed himself low. He didn't, look up to himself, but he looked down on what he had done. I'll tell you, when esteem hits me, my self-esteem talk gets real bad if I'm laying in bed and I examine my day and I replay my awkward conversations in my head and I evaluate how it went, and then I judge myself. I wonder if you've ever had that self-esteem talk in your head. I can't believe I just said that. Or I don't know if I'm doing the right thing here. Why are my projects always late? I don't know if I'm going in the right direction. And then when you get to the esteem part and you have to make a judgment about yourself, you think, no one could despise me as much as I despise myself. Okay, maybe you're not as dramatic as Dumbledore, but maybe it comes out like, am I disappointing my parents? Am I not living up to my siblings? I don't know if I'm on the right path. Here's what's crazy about all those self-esteem talks. You would never talk to your friend that way. Can you imagine if you walked up to your cousin or you walked up to your roommate and you were like, "Hey, I've examined your life and I evaluated how you're doing, and I just want you to know, no one despises you as much as I despise you." That would be crazy. You'd probably eat a knuckle sandwich and then you'd have to realize that's not kind and that's not true. And that's why Jesus would never talk to you that way. Jesus met a crowd, and whenever Jesus meets a crowd of people, he knows them. He knows their faults, he knows their flaws, and he could tell you all their embarrassing stories. And yet he doesn't esteem them low or high. He doesn't look down on them. He doesn't praise them beyond all the heavens. Instead, he had compassion on them. This is what it says in Matthew chapter 9. It says that when Jesus saw the crowds, he had compassion on them, because they were harassed and helpless, like sheep without a shepherd. Jesus has had compassion on you too. He knows your embarrassing moments better than you even know them yourself, and yet he doesn't look down on you or esteem you. His heart goes out to you. He has compassion on you for exactly one reason, because you're part of this messy thing we call humanity. Now, Jesus doesn't want you to stay in your embarrassment. He doesn't want you to keep making the same mistakes over and over again, but he knows that simply judging you for it wouldn't help at all. So he has compassion on you. Now, don't take this the wrong way, but who are you to disagree with Jesus? Right? If the God of all heavens and the God who knows all things, if he has had compassion on you, well, then maybe you can have compassion on you too. We could spend a little less time worrying about self-esteem and a little more time talking to ourselves the way Harry talked to Dumbledore, the way you talk to a friend, the way that Jesus talks to you. Be kind to yourself.